Are you or someone you know affected by Alzheimer's dementia? If so, you want to stick around for this new information coming out from Novo Nordisk about GLP-1s as a potential treatment for Alzheimer's. Hi, my name is Sarah Kramer. I'm a nurse practitioner, and I am bringing to you this latest data from Novo's Alzheimer's dementia trials pertaining to GLP-1s as treatment. If this is something that is interesting to you, drop a comment in the comment section below and just write interested. I'm just curious to know how many people are affected by this particular topic and how widespread this is in my following group. A lot of our data comes from a retrospective study done by a group of Danish researchers. Now, they looked back at some of the original diabetes trials pertaining to GLP-1s, and they noticed a trend. And that trend was that there was about a 20% decreased incidence of Alzheimer's dementia in this body of patients who were treated with GLP-1s. And that led to further research being done on whether or not GLP-1s are actually an effective treatment for Alzheimer's. So we know in Alzheimer's patients that amyloids form in the brain, and we can see these on imaging. Amyloids are malformed toxic protein deposits in the brain that inhibit the way that the brain functions and ultimately can actually degrade brain tissue. Now, there's been tons of trials on drugs to treat Alzheimer's dementia, but most of these were surrounding the reduction or prevention of the development of amyloids and not so much on other factors influencing Alzheimer's dementia. And that's where these Novo trials are different. The theory that they're aiming to prove is that the anti inflammatory benefits of GLP-1s and the alteration of how the brain uses glucose is the reason that people are experiencing less incidence of Alzheimer's when taking a GLP-1. Now, we don't know yet whether or not this is looking like it's going to be confirmatory and successful, or if this trial is going to fail to reproduce those results. Unfortunately, Novo did not dangle any of carrots like that for us. But what we do know is the data will be released in December, probably early December. And if history repeats itself, Novo will typically release whether the trial was considered successful or a failure before that time. Some of the top analysts are looking at what this means for Novo as a business entity. And if this is proven to be successful, which they're kind of giving it like a 10% chance at this point, they could claim about a $15 billion portion of the Alzheimer treatment market. But if it is successful, this would actually be considered the first actual anti-aging treatment. Again, if you found this interesting, drop me a comment and just say interested, or let me know who in your life is affected by this disease. I'm curious to know how many people are, connected to this realm of potential treatment. Also, if you enjoyed the content, make sure you follow and be sure to share with somebody who may be affected who might not know about this trial information that's coming out. All right, as always, if you have any questions, just let me know. Send me a direct message. And if you ever need help accessing a GLP-1, let me know in the comments or in my direct messages as well.